Hello, viewers. Today, I'm going to talk about the Python. As you know, that the Python is a research programming language. Most of the time, every in every field, the researchers prefer to use Python in their research activities in order to implement their ideas and the concepts. So, I'm here today to start the Python course. I have a plan to start the series of the lectures so that the persons who are new to the Python can learn the basics of the Python, and it will be easier for them if they will follow the lectures. Then they can develop the programs by their own. So we will start to look at the slides first, and then we will look into the implementation stuff after the slides. So first we will look into the introduction part of the computer science. So these are the things that you are aware about that. So the computer science is a study of the computers and the algorithmic processes that include the principles, the hardware, software, designs, and their applications as well. And those applications which have a significant impact on the general masses or the general society. So that is a, the era that we are living right now, that we are dealing with the different type of applications every day. So how these applications develop and how we can make those applications efficient by writing a code that most of the time is in the Python nowadays, because that is easier to use, that is easier to manipulate, and it has a bundle of flexibility that helps the programmer to look into their stuff by using Python. So they are the two main categories in the computer science. That is a hardware, and the other one is a software. So as you must know that the hardware is basically reference to the physical devices or the visible components of the computer system, and without that obviously we are not being able to execute the programming stuff. So hardware are integral part of the computer, and if we will not have any one of that, so it would be difficult for us to manage the things smoothly. So but on the other hand, the other part of the computer science is a software. So that we refer to the set of instructions which enable the hardware to perform a specific set of tasks. So how these instructions be written, and what are these instructions, how we can interpret the instructions, and that is the thing being done through the some specific programming language. In this course that I'm going to share with you, we will learn about the Python, because the Python is a programming language, one of the main programming language in computer science, which assists nowadays in a lot of activities or in a lot of applications that we want to accomplish. So the Python is basically provide you an appropriate way to develop the ideas and the concepts, and most of the time that as I mentioned earlier, that this is the most important language with respect to the researchers. So what are the set of instructions? So the set of instructions are a is a set of statements we write in a in some specific programming language, and we call that as a program. So computer programming refers to the detail or the steps of instructions given to a computer in an appropriate computer language that enables the computer to perform a variety of tasks in sequence or even intermittently. So, computer programming, as we know, that is a way to write the set of instructions. So, what are the set of instructions? The set of instructions are the idea, the concept that we want to implement and we want to tell the computer to do. So, we should write them into some specific order that should be read by the machine interpretable languages, so like the interpreter that we have for the Python. So Python interpreter basically reads that specific code that you have written, and after reading the code, so the Python interpreter translate that into the machine readable form so that the computer can understand what you want or what you compute actually from the computer. If you will not write a program without an algorithm, would be difficult for you to trace the execution of the program. So it is important for the beginners that they should know how the program will behave and how you are supposed to write the algorithms, because algorithm will let you know what are the inputs that you are supposed to provide to your program, and what are the expected output that you are expecting from the computer to present to you. So algorithm is a step by step procedure for accomplishing the task. In the world of programming, an algorithm is a well-structured computational procedures that take some values as inputs and also compute those values as an output. Okay, so we will look after a few slides so how the algorithm can play an important role before writing a program. So it is very important for the Python programmer that they should know why algorithm is important and why we should emphasize on algorithm. So there are different ways to solving the problem, but the efficiency of the method available varies. So upon the basis of what we decide that this problem should be solved in that specific way is based upon the efficiency of the presented solution. So in some methods are well suited to give more accurate answers than the others, and the algorithms are used to find the best possible way of solving the problem. If you will write the algorithm, so that can help you to understand the different ways of implementation regarding the same given problem. So what are the different implementation that you may have against a single problem? So that depends upon the algorithm. You will choose the algorithm, and that will let you know that this suppose an example, you have 10 different ways to solve the problem. So you will select among 10 which provide you the best possible solution in a less time. Okay, so that is being analyzed if you will write an algorithm. So different algorithms play different roles in the programming. You only need to define your problem, then select the right algorithm to use. So write algorithm first and then program. Yes, that is more important for you, and because if you will not write an algorithm, so it will be difficult for you to trace the execution of the code that you have been written. So the first steps to working out is to design will be to draw the diagram or list the steps involved, break down the problem, and then structure a solution using a standard tools. We call them as a flow chart or the pseudocode. And after writing a pseudocode, you are supposed to start writing the solution in the programming terms. And that will basically is a way that you will officially start to write the solution in the specific language term that you are using. So in our case, we are dealing with the Python, so obviously you have to follow the same syntax as the Python has in order to accomplish the task.